Hi everyone, my name is Paul, and late last year I made myself a sandwich. Now, this sandwich should have been incredible. This is a sandwich which was made with beautiful sourdough bread and fresh ingredients and with amazing slow roasted vegetables. It should have been a life-changing sandwich. And in a way it was, because when I tried this sandwich, I tasted nothing. I might as well have been eating cardboard. And the reason is I was suffering from a state known as Anhedonia, the inability to experience pleasure. Now, that is one of the many symptoms of what is known as a major depressive episode. And whilst I had admitted to myself that I was having a bad day that day, the truth of the matter was, which I did not want to admit, is that I was having a bad day every day for the last 6 weeks. And I had most of the symptoms which were on that list. Now, the reason I had such a hard time admitting this to myself is because it did not gel with my idea of who I was. I was this cool guy who was happy, who did awesome cool shit. I was not somebody who got depressed. I was somebody who could enjoy sandwiches. And yet here I was in a state unable to enjoy a simple sandwich. I had depression. And I am here to explain to you that this is, in my opinion, one of the worst diseases that you can ever have. If you have something wrong with you, if you have a broken leg, for example, you can still enjoy life. You can still get meaning from life. If you have a broken leg, you can still look at pictures of cats on the internet and you can enjoy them. With depression, is that possible? No, it's not. Depression means you cannot enjoy cats on the internet. Depression is a horrible disease. And in fact, I had this whole thing of surely I must be able to just think myself better. And that's what a lot of people think. If somebody has depression, you can think yourself better, but you can't do that. And in fact, I felt even worse because I was trying. Robert Sapolsky, who is a lecturer in neuroendocrinology at Stanford University, once said that expecting somebody to think themselves out of depression is like expecting a diabetic to think themselves out of needing insulin. It's not going to happen. And in fact, we know that depression comes with a large genetic component. It comes with a number of fundamental changes to your brain structures and chemistry. This is absolutely a disease. It is not just bad thoughts, except that it's not a disease. It's technically a syndrome. It is a collection of not very well understood pathologies, any one of which may cause you to have what we know as depression, this horrible state of existence. And because of that, treatment for depression is incredibly hit and miss. Only about 50% of people who have treatment, both drugs and therapy, fully respond to that treatment. This is an incredibly frustrating disease. So I want to bring up something which I want to ask you not to do, and that's called cure evangelism. If you know somebody who has depression, you'll want them to feel better, and you might come up with ideas for how they can do that. You might say, oh, you should be going to the beach at sunrise and doing yoga, because nobody could possibly feel sad while doing yoga on the beach at sunrise. But to your friend who has depression, that idea can seem like complete nonsense. There is no possible way that they could be doing that at all. And in fact, not only can that make things worse for them, they can even withdraw because of that. And that absolutely does make things worse. So please give support, but don't try to do cure evangelism. If you are somebody who has suffered from depression, if you are somebody who is supporting people suffering from depression, I do recommend BlueHackers.org. It has a focus on open source. There are a lot of stories there, including my own. And if you are here at OSCON for the rest of the week, we have not only a talk from me on Wednesday on depression, but a BOF on Wednesday night, which I would love for you to come along, regardless of whether or not you have suffered from depression or not. And for those of you in the audience who are suffering from depression right now, it sucks. I know what you're going through. I'm sorry, and you're not alone. Thank you.